What's up, card fighters? Today I'm going to be showing you a deck profile deck of Office. Obviously our white deck is going to have Office, so make sure your white deck is different sleeves to your main deck. Let's start with the grade 0 for white deck. Pretty much that's all other starters. You can want any other flag you want, any other star you want, as long as you have the Stargate flag. Doesn't really matter what one. Then the grade 1, then the grade 2, and then the grade 3. Hasn't changed since the first set, so we're just leaving as that. Now we're running 3 more Office. I don't have a third one, as you can tell, so I'm just running this because I honestly couldn't think of anything else. So 3 Office in our main deck. Now you want to run 4 of this guy. I don't have 4 as well. I'm missing one. He's from the new set. As you can tell, this is from the support. So make sure you have the box of support. We just received ours on the 16th. So make sure you want 4 of him. He's very good. If you don't have 4 of him, then you might just want to run 4 of him if you don't have any of him, or just use that. But I opened like 6 boxes, 4 from the channel and 2 from out, and I only put 1 of him, so I didn't really had a good shot of that. I won 2 of this guy. It's really good. I can actually retire stuff. Well, both of us retire at the end of the term, and I pretty much like it because you cause so many tokens that you don't really need. Well, I cause so many tokens that I don't really mind retiring one of my units, but I'm pretty sure my opponent doesn't like retiring it because they always get rid of this. Now, I'm running 3 of her. I don't have 3 of her, so I just place these 2 for backup, really. But she's really good. When she's boosting with a token, she gains 15k, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, you may have this unit. Yeah, she gains 15. Yeah, I thought so. And then you retire the column, so her and the token. And then you, yeah. And then you draw, that's right. Sorry, I only used this deck once, so. But I haven't changed it at all. I'm running these 2. You don't have to run these 2. I don't see a lot of people do run these 2, but I just like it because I like to countercharge. And I usually have so much order cards in my hand that I don't really need to use, and most of them are sometimes counterwise 1, call 1 token, when a lot of people make sure that I can't use Office skill, so they usually give me 1 damage and then don't matter with anything else. So I like to use him, discard that order card that allows me to call 1 token, so then I can countercharge, use his skill, counterwise 2, and bring back 3 tokens instead of 1. So that's why I like to want him, but you don't have to. It's just my play style, really, and how my community thinks how to play. You want to want 4 of him. From the first set, I don't have 4, so I'm just wanting him instead, just because they both allows me to countercharge. This one's good because it's boost. But the other one, you have to discard an order card, which not all the times you don't want to do. Now you want to want 4 PGs. If you don't have this PG, then use the other PG from the from the box set trial deck. Just because PGs are important, but the one from the boost box are a little bit better than the trial deck. Now I'm running 1 of this. It's still a great card, but it only works from certain decks from your opponent. So whatever your opponent's using depends on if you need this or not. Now I'm running 3 of the new order cards from Wave 2. This card is really good. I like it. So I want in that 3. And now from the other order cards, which is still one of the best order cards from the first set for this deck, is this. It's just drawing a card is so great. Now you want to want the over trigger from the Booster 1 but out of all the boxes I pulled off and off camera, I could not pull it off, so I have to use a trial deck. But you want to use the Stargate one, so make sure you have the Stargate over trigger. If not, the trial deck is fine. It has to do. You can't really want a deck without an over trigger. You kind of need it. I'm using 3 of the new fonts. You can want 4 if you want, but I like to see crits with this deck, so I went with fonts. And you don't really need draw triggers because you do a lot of drawings. You mainly call tokens, so you have a good hand. You don't need draw triggers. But front triggers are great with this deck. Extra shield too is great because you have a lot of guard power. So yeah. Now we're wanting 8 crits because crits are great in this deck. You want to see them, and there we go. And then obviously 4 heal triggers because heal triggers are amazing. You like to heal, and when it goes off, it's great because then you can take another damage and do 2 counterblast to call 3 tokens. So that's pretty much all with the Orfist deck. Hope you enjoy this video. If you don't like how this deck works, just use it as a guide and change it around. I always change my deck around. It's the reason why my opponent never, in my community, the people who are versed can never know what deck or playstyle I'm using. Especially when I was playing in V and Premium, they don't know if I was playing a Turbo Neonectar or Wash Neonectar or something that's just like a Tempo Neonectar. So they could never really predict what I was going to really do at the start. Well, I hope you like this video. I'll catch you later.